Cade, it's Trevor Gross from CUTigers.com. How good did it feel to dominate the Irish the way you did in the rematch after 6 weeks of waiting, and especially for you as an offensive line to be able to run the ball as well as you did, averaging 8 yards a carry after just 1 yard per carry in the first meeting?
Oh, it felt great, because we knew we were capable of doing something like that. And just the fact that we got to go out there and prove it and really execute what we were trying to accomplish in the first match really was something special for us. And we all felt like we came together finally and really executed what we've been trying to do all year long.
Did y'all feel at all like in the first meeting that you were that the toll of the season was kind of taxing you? I know from a snap perspective, y'all were averaging like 85 snaps per game going into that first meeting. That has to wear on you as an offensive lineman.
It's different for sure, especially with the way Coach Swinney and Coach Caldwell and the way this program's set up with, trying to get as many guys to play as possible. It's been different for us this year. It was something we had to learn how to handle throughout the week, preparing and really getting ready for, like you said, about 80, 85 snaps a game. And so we've learned how to be able to adapt and really progress through these snaps and throughout the season.
Hey, Cade, Dan Hope from 11 Warriors. What stands out to you just when you're watching Ohio State's defensive line on film?
I would say that, they're physical guys. They line up and they play football. They're good at what they do. And, they're not going to really try to trick you that much. They're just going to line up and they're that good at what they do that, they can play physical, sound, fast football. And so that's something we got to lock in these next couple of days and week and a half or so. It's, really trying to learn how to, play with these guys because they are physical and they play good football. We're excited to play them.
Is there anything that stands out as maybe a different challenge from them than the teams you've played in a regular season?
No, I mean, every team has its own little flavor, own little twist, and that's where, the preparations or, separations of preparation, because you got to prepare for, everyone's own flavor of how they're going to attack Clemson. And so, we think we have a good feeling of how we're going to play them and how they're going to play us. And, we're just ready to just execute. And that's what we're doing now, is learning how to execute the game plan.
Hey, Cade, it's Josh from the Post-Courier. We saw Dabo kind of give Trevor that curtain call moment when he got pulled out of the game the other night. What is it that you think makes their relationship and their bond so special?
I would say because, they're both great leaders and they're both good God-fearing men. And, they have a lot of respect for one another. And I think, Coach Swinney gives Trevor the keys to the offense every week, and he does such a good job with it that, they've gained a lot of respect for each other and they both love football so much. And I think that's really what draws them to each other, is the fact that they can do what they love every single day and be really passionate about it.
Is there something to the fact that they're doing those things, balancing their faith, their love of football, while at the same time they're two of the most famous men in the country, and that's sort of not a ton of people understand what it's like to have that level of fame. Do you think that part of bonds them together too?
Yeah, I think it's just a sheer testament because, the fact that Trevor's able to handle himself so well day in and day out, knowing how much pressure he's under. And same with Coach Swinney. I mean, that's incredible because I know those guys are under a lot of pressure all the time, and they're held under a microscope, unlike anybody else on this team and possibly the country. And the way they carry themselves and handle their business is just a testimony to the kind of people they are and the kind of people that we bring to this program.
Cade, Lawton Swan, what does Trevor bring to this offense on the ground that maybe people don't expect? I know Ohio State fans have seen it. I know Notre Dame fans saw it last week. But from your perspective, what does he bring to this team on the ground?
I mean, you got to honor him. It doesn't matter if we're running the ball, throwing the ball. You got to honor the guy because he'll pull it and he'll get 10, 15 yards, no problem. He may be 6'6", but the dude can fly, and so that's the kind of things that he brings to the table. He can hurt you any way you want it, and that's what makes him such a great football player.
How does that help Travis as well, in your opinion?
Well, it's tough whenever you got the two of the best players in the country behind you, it makes my job pretty easy, really, because I know that they're handling their business just like I'm going to handle mine. And so, as a defensive person, you really got to – it's tough. I'm sure it's tough, trying to handle 16. And then when you think you handle 16, here comes 9. And so I wouldn't want to be a defensive coordinator trying to scheme up against Clemson offense, that's for sure.
Hey, Cade, this is Todd Shaughnessy in Spartanburg. What's the schedule look like for you guys this week?
Well, I'm not 100. Well, we got to celebrate Christmas, so we get that day off. But, we're really just locked in on focusing on Ohio State and trying to learn their defense and just trying to come up with the best plan to win. I mean, that's what we've done I've been here 5 years, and that's what we do on holidays, We want to win. That's what we are here for. It's what we strive for, and that's what we set our goals for. So, it's just time to lock in and really focus on being the best we can be.
You're close enough to get home, and I guess you'll be able to do that for Christmas, right?
Yeah, I get to go home and see the fam. I'm excited, man. I don't know. It's too far of a drive for me. That whole 20-minute ride, it might be a little rough, but I think I can make it.
Do you get home very often, though? I mean, you're close enough to get home often during the season. Do you do it?
Sometimes I'll sneak away for sure. If I want to go get a home cooked meal, I got a lot more advantage than most guys on my team for sure. Mm-hmm. But I try to stay to myself as much as I can. I don't want to spoil myself.
Thanks.
Hey, Cade, it's Anna with Clemson 24/7. Kind of along that same note, will you guys start with a regular game week on Sunday, the day after the weekend?
I'm sorry, you broke up. Can you repeat that?
Yeah, sorry. Will you guys start just a normal game week prepping for Ohio State on Sunday?
I'm a kind of day-to-day kind of guy, so I think I'm the wrong guy to ask that question to.
Okay, thank you. And then I guess with the freshmen and some of the older guys, I guess just really the whole team, the ones that live further away on Christmas, will they be staying around campus, or kind of what has Dabo told you guys about going home and being disciplined in terms of being around a lot of people, that sort of thing?
He trusts us. He's got a lot of respect for us, and we have a lot of respect for him. And he knows that, we want to play football, and we're going to do whatever it takes to have that opportunity. So, he trusts us fully with our decisions that we're going to make. And that's why I think he makes us such a great coach, is because he knows he can trust us and we trust him. And so we're going to do everything we can to stay healthy and socially distanced and the mask and all that. And we're going to do what we're supposed to do because we want to play football.
Okay, Trevor, again, have you made a decision about coming back next year, or are you going to kind of wait and see how the season plays out first?
I'm not 100% sure yet. I'm seeing where it goes.
Gotcha.
Any other questions for Cade?
Yeah, Cade, you mentioned you've been here a while. Do you feel like this Ohio State matchup has kind of turned into a rivalry? I know Dabo said he considers it one. Do you guys feel like that as players?
Yeah, I mean, we definitely look forward to playing big-time schools like this every year. I think that's one of the reasons why you come to Clemson, because you have a chance for the playoffs every year. So therefore, you get the chance to play Ohio States and LSU's and Alabama's, and that's something you dream of as a little kid. So, it's kind of turned into a little rivalry. We like it.
And I know Tony Elliot said the interior, the offensive line, he challenged you guys. Sorry, my kids are going crazy. But I know Tony Elliot said he challenged the interior, the offensive line. Just how did you guys respond to that, and what was that like being challenged by the coach itself?
It's a good feeling. I'm a guy who likes to be challenged anyway. So, we wanted to respond. We wanted to prove that, you challenge us, we're going to come back and we're going to come out on top. And I think that's what we did, And so we were excited. We respect Coach E so much that, he tells us to run through a wall, we do it. So, when he challenged us, we took it personal, and we made it our choice that we're going to prove him. We're going to make him happy and prove him right.
Hey, Cade, for the Ohio State players, I mean, this game between you two was just 6 games ago. and you know how fresh a matchup like that was just against Notre Dame, that rematch. How much does your thought process go into preparation, et cetera, knowing that they're carrying that burden into this matchup against you?
I mean, we prepare the same week in and week out. You know, Coach Swinney always says, you know, this is the biggest game of the year because it's the next one, and that's the way we treat every single game. You know, we don't try to prepare more for one team as we do another. We want to play our best every single week, and you know, sometimes you don't get the results you want, but that's okay. That's what next week's for, and so that's the way we're approaching this week, same as every single week. You know, we just want to play our best football, and we want to do it the best that we can. And that's what, you know, we're taking on this week, just like we have the last 10, 11 weeks before this. You know, we're ready to play football, and we want to do the best we can.